Hey friends, it's Rana, and today I'm dropping my vampire disguise and filming in the daylight because I finally fixed my terrible sleeping schedule, so yay for daylight! Anyway, today's video is the first video of 3 videos that I'm gonna post in the following days. They are all about what I'm gonna read in 2021, and today is all about the classics and the classical books that I am planning to read in the year 2021. And the main reason why I'm making a TBR for classics specifically is because I studied English literature in university, and since graduation, I didn't really read that much classics, and I'm a little bit ashamed of that. So for next year, I'm planning to fix that by reading most of the classics on my shelves, and I have on my list 5 books about classical literature and 3 classics. So let's just start with the first 2. So let me tell you a short backstory for the first 2. When I was in university, I took a class in drama, and one of the plays that we studied for that class was Oedipus the King or Oedipus Rex. It is the first play of a trilogy called the Theban Plays, which are a tragedy written by Sophocles. They consist of Oedipus the King, Oedipus at Colonus, and Antigone. Taking that drama class by one of my favorite literature professors in our university and with 2 of my best friends was one of the best things that happened to me in university, and I really love that semester because of that. Anyway, I'm planning to refresh my memories about Oedipus the King before jumping into Oedipus at Colonus, which I'm planning to read as an ebook because I couldn't find a physical copy of it anywhere. Then finally, I'm gonna conclude it by reading Antigone, which is the last play in the trilogy. I'm really excited to finally read the second and third play and to finally know what is the end of that story. And I'm really hoping to enjoy the second and third play as much as I loved the first one. Next on the list we have the Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. If you know me in real life, you know that I am a sucker for Greek mythology and I really need to read the source of all the Greek myths that I've read before, which is the epic of the Iliad and the Odyssey. I'm planning to take it easy on myself reading these because I'm pretty sure that they're gonna take me a hella long time to finish reading. They are like about 400 and 500 pages. That may not seem much for you, but but my dudes, the font is so small that I'm afraid that I'm gonna need thicker eyeglasses after I finish them. Next we have Metamorphoses by Ovid. It is a masterpiece of Ovid trying and attempting for the first time ever to link between the Greek myths before and after Homer in a cohesive whole, and I'm planning to read it after reading the Iliad and the Odyssey. This book is the most expensive book I have on my shelves. I paid like around 27-28 GOD on it, and I don't regret it at all. But let's stop exposing me for being a Greek nerd and talk about the classics on the list. The first classic book I have on my list is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. This one is one of the oldest English books that I've acquired and never read, and that because I've acquired it when I was in my last year in high school, and back then my English was rusty to say the least. I couldn't read the first page, and that says a lot. So I decided to keep it until my English gets better, and it kept intimidating me for many years after that. And 2021 is the year that I'm gonna conquer this beast. It is about love story during the French Revolution, or it is what I think it is about. Next we have Jane Austen and Unpopular Opinion time. A couple of years ago I read Pride and Prejudice and I didn't like it. It wasn't my cup of tea and I gave it only 2 stars out of 5. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna try to give Jane Austen another chance in 2021 by reading either Persuasion or Mansfield Park, which are all in this edition. But I still have to decide which one to read. It will probably be Persuasion because it is much shorter than Mansfield Park. But if you read both of them, please tell me in the comment section down below which one of them would you recommend to me, either Persuasion or Mansfield Park, and I would really appreciate it. And the last book I have on my list is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky?
Let's call him Fyodor. I am ashamed to admit that I've never read anything of the Russian classics, and I think Mr. Fyodor is the best one to start with. All I know about this book is that it is about a crime and a punishment.
No shit, Sherlock.
And I think I've heard that it has a little bit of philosophy in it, I'm not sure. And fun fact, Mr. Fyodor is really popular among the Arab readers. All his works are translated into Arabic and all the Arab readers read his books and love it, so I'm really excited for it. I may also read The Picture of Dorian Gray if and only if I manage to read all the books that I mentioned, which I really doubt. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to see my future videos and I will see you next time. Bye!